Well, hello, children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon, and this week we have a new moon coming up in Virgo. And Virgo is the ruler of the stomach. So my general theme with this, as my stomach starts growling naturally, is to follow your gut instinct, especially with the moon moving through Virgo. Trust your instincts, especially when it comes to your emotions. Follow those things and believe in them, because those are what are going to guide you through our time here with this moon. So, I'm super excited to get into our reads, and yeah, well, I don't know if I have anything else, but welcome, and let's get going. Well, hey there, Capricorn. How's this Virgo new moon treating you? Mercury day. We're officially getting that moon into Virgo. New phase is beginning. And we are patiently waiting, calling something forth to us from across the expanse. Bringing it in. It doesn't feel like it's rushed. It feels like there's something out there that we're trying to pull into our universe, into our world. Ooh, very interesting. What are we pulling in, Caps? Ooh, the strength to walk away. It fell into my lap. That's what I got from that. We're pulling in the strength to walk away from an emotional situation that is not serving us, that is not fulfilling us. Mustering courage takes time and effort sometimes. It can hold a lot of focus. Just drop that down on the Three of Swords there. We're on top of the energies. Yeah, we've had some disappointments in love, for sure. We've got a Seven of Pentacles, a Page of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. So it's very emotional. Some of it has even affected us financially, maybe just a little bit. Not a lot, but we definitely are trying to, bring forward the energy, the courage, the strength, the ability to move forward from heartbreak, from an emotional. Good. Sorry, interrupted. Let your guard down. That 7 came out reversed. We're starting to let that guard down. We're starting to allow things to come in to our scope. Allow ourselves to feel the way we feel about this situation, about this past heartbreak, this, whether it was a romantic relationship or not, there was love there, and it isn't the same as it was, that's for sure. We definitely had a lot of struggle and disappointments. We remember the good times, and it's really hard to let go, but we want to. How can I help my Caps let go? To release the pain, the past struggles. I say these new moons are for new energies, but I tell you, the stories continue. They carry on. They keep pushing forward a little bit more every time. So if any of this resonates for you, go back and just check in for me, you know? Go take a look and see if I've been hitting this whole time, because I feel like we've been very specific, which is fine. Energy is as energy do. But yeah. I mean, that's kind of the mode we're in anyways, especially with this Virgo moon. It really does have us examining everything, the way that we approach the situation from the very beginning, even How did we come to this relationship? And somebody said to me, how do you square off when you are tracing out a relationship that you want to start with somebody? And he asked me that, and I didn't even know how to answer. I had to really think about it, honestly. It took me a whole day and a half to really piece together how I would answer that question. So I'm going to pose that question to you. How did you get yourself into this situation in the first place? What kind of lines did you draw when you were starting this? Because I think there's a lot of valuable information there. Again, with this Virgo moon, we are digesting, we are analyzing, we are processing all of this stuff and allowing our gut to tell us what is nutritional, what is valuable, and what is waste. Just camera. Are we back? We good? Just waste. Toxic waste. And I think that evaluation and that process that you need to let yourself go through right now is exactly what the doctor ordered. It is exactly what you want to do. It's what I want to see for you. I want to see you start to let your guard down, even within the confines of your own self, within your own being. Honestly, really focus on bringing in that power, that strength, that ability to fully walk away, to go after your sun, go after your star, chase that thing that place that you should be, that you need to be going to, right? So good. Allow yourself to process this. It's a perfect time for it. Truly. New moons are for starting and initiating things, but you can't start nothing if you don't have a plan. It's just that Virgo mentality. You need plans A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way down. Line up the plans, line up all of the stuff that you want to do, and evaluate and figure out what's the best path for you. So you're going to figure it out. Even when the moon is dark, we can be illuminated. You find your greatest illuminations in the blackest of nights, after all. The devil wants to come out and play, but he's not actually speaking up. He's not stepping forward. He's not moving. I think that is just a representation of negative thoughts and feelings coming up, being bubbled up within you. And it's going to happen, especially when you are evaluating and looking very closely, because you have to look at the negative parts that came out of you and this other person or this other, family unit. It's pretty relationshipy. Again, it doesn't have to be somebody that you broke up with. It could be just somebody that you had a very close emotional bond to that, again, it didn't go well. Didn't go great. But this is the energy that I want us to start moving into. 7 of Cups, rather than that 7 of Pentacles. That's the next step. You walk away from 8 Cups, you step into 7. Brand new, shiny cups. All of the gifts, possibilities, and opportunities presented to you. Why? Because you did this work. Because you sorted it out, and now you are going to walk into this, and you are going to see those cups. Once you do that work, it will be illuminated for you. It's going to show up. All right. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit of a struggle, a bit of a challenge. We have our Knight of Wands going out into the dark and stormy night, fiercely, bravely, and that's what you need to do. Go into the dark night of your own soul, of your own experiences. Carry your torch. Everything that has been burnt and destroyed can be built again. You can build it better. You can build it new. That's the beautiful cycle of life, is it not? We still have an Emperor focused in on past battles, but I don't think this is making him paranoid. I think this is making him wise, and that's why he's showing up as an emperor. We're not consumed with paranoia, but we are putting walls where they need to be, not where they don't need to be. See, there's a big space there. We have one little wall here, and we're like, okay, well, this is where we start. This is the start of my square. This is my first boundary, and it takes an emperor to know how to do that. It absolutely does. How do you set a boundary? How do you enforce a boundary? Not everybody likes to deal with boundaries, right? But the emperor, he's got enough know-how to understand, like, I know I need this boundary here. This wall belongs here. I can let people in through this gate here, and that's good. That's fine. That's what we want. That is what we're shooting for here, Capricorns. One moment. We'll wrap this up in a sec. We're so close. Okay, Cap. We're back. I didn't want to lose any of this. It's all so valuable. Fortunately, that wasn't a whole bunch of time, so we can still keep using this deck, I do believe. But yes. So, through all of the work and evaluation and processes that we're going to be going through in this new moon, that is what's really going to help you to step into your full and emperor energy, which is the King of Kings, the ruler of cups, coins, wands and swords, all of those things. He's the master of all of them because he put in the work, right? So it's a good vibe for you guys. Absolutely. No, that might honestly have been it. It might have been the end, but because I got a little disrupted, I just want to play a little more. See if we can get a little bit more out of this. Just 3 wands. Came out sideways too. I think you're not actually going to have to wait as long as you think. I think. Let's see. Can you get confirmation on that? Or am I just talking now? Perhaps. Or perhaps this person is still contacting you. Perhaps this person is still communicating with you. Perhaps this person is still trying to break down your spirit, to remind you of the pain and suffering that you had experienced. This queen with this 3 of swords has, in fact, dealt that blow. There's one of her swords sticking in there. We can tell. We can tell. Yeah, I think that's hindering you. My best advice for that is to pull back on communication. Cut off entirely if you can with this person. Even if it's only for a short time, even if you only have to set up a temporary boundary, I don't want to see you allow this energy to fuck with your progress any longer. Honestly. Caps, we've been through it so many times. We've been dealing with this for so long. And, you know, we just can't let those piercing words hurt us anymore. We can't let it get into our mental scape. We can't let it break ourselves down. Sticks and stones, they can break your bones. But words and names can never, ever hurt you. It's a valuable, valuable thing that nobody says anymore because it's cliche. It's blah. My grandma used to say that. Yeah, my grandma used to say that too, and it's 100% true. When I was getting picked on and kids were saying mean things to me, they're hurting your feelings. They're not breaking your body. 333 on the counter right there too. They're hurting your feelings. They're not breaking your body. Don't let them break your spirit. Don't let them break your mind. It's just words. It's just somebody else existing in their own toxic energies, existing in their own shadow, attacking blindly because they're afraid too. They're having a hard time dealing with this too. That doesn't make you responsible for how they're dealing with this. You are only responsible for how you are dealing with this. So if you can block this out, that would be where I would put that wall. You don't have to block out everybody, but I would put a wall up right in front of that bitch right there. I would. I wouldn't talk to her for a while. I wouldn't let her get inside your head. You need time to focus and really pull this together. Again, do that work and step into that Emperor. This is your goal. This is where we're going. This is the top of the mountain for you Capricorns. You can get there. You have all of the will and grit to do it. I know you do. So, that is my advice for you for this new moon. If somebody is coming in from a toxic relationship and they just keep poking at you for seemingly no reason, like why do you need to come back here just to stick another sword in me? For what? For why? Well, they might think it makes them feel better, but it doesn't. It just keeps repeating that cycle of pain and suffering for them, and there's nothing you can do about it. Again, it's not your responsibility. The only thing you can do right now is put up that wall over there, tune her out for a little bit, and really evaluate the relationship. And that is what is going to get you where you want to go. So thank you, Capricorns. That was a fantastic read. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, I had a great time with it. So thank you so much for coming out. And I can't wait to see you on the next moon.